Tbilisi, the capital of Georgia, is the republic's largest city, indeed its heart. It is situated in a gorge of the Kura River at the foot of Mount Tatsminda, which dominates the surrounding hills and is an inalienable part of the Tbilisi landscape. The city is 349 square kilometers in area, its population totaling 1,200,000. The distinctive beauty of its nature and architecture, the bustling throngs of its smartly dressed people walking the broad avenues, impart to this South City a charm as a fascination all its own. For the first time, Georgian chronicles mentions the city as a fortress, while numerous archaeological finds within present-day territory. Several legends are mentioned with this founding of Tbilisi.
According to one, when the Georgian king Vakhtang Gorgasali was hunting in the forest, his falcon seized a pheasant, and fighting, the two birds fell into a hot spring before the falconers caught up with them. On the spot, King Gorgasali decided to found a city which was named after the sulphurous springs Niabi. Tbilisi means warm. Such is the legend. Yet the chronicles say that it was Gorgasali who built up Tbilisi's defenses and transferred it to it the capital from ancient Tsketa. The fortress was completed by King Dachi, his son. The reasons for the founding of the new capital were weighty. Here passed the trading route linking Georgia with east and west. Here also was a strategically advantageous position in the narrow gorge of Kura River. In 6th and 7th centuries, Tbilisi became the hub of the country's political and cultural life, its largest trading and handicraft center. A bishopric was established there and churches were built, including the Anchiskhate Basilica.
Standing on the plateau is the Metehi Church, the only extant monument of the entire palace complex. It is rectangular in plan with 3 semicircular abscesses. Its dome is supported on 4 piers. Its walls of dressed stone have in places preserved the aspect of the 13th century. Inside, the walls are laid of brick with a partial use of stone. The windows around them, the crosses above them, are decorated with carving. The vertical axis of the eastern facade is including the windows, the crosses above it, and the ornamental lozenges on both sides at the bottom of the cross have since the 11th century become a traditional feature in Georgian architecture. The stone carving is of the highest order. The brickwork of the walls and the drum of the dome were added during the later restoration.
The building of the castle and church dates to the 5th century and is associated with the name of Vakhtang Gorgasali. In the 12th century, here was a castle from which Queen Tamar blessed her cohorts as she dispatched them off to battle. In 1235, the Metehi church and palace were destroyed, to be restored again in the 70s and 80s of the same century. By the 17th century, the castle was converted into a gunpowder depot, and in 1819 it was demolished. In 1967, the area in front of the church was cleared of later buildings. A stone parapet was built around the plateau, and on its brow, high above the Kura River, a bronze equestrian statue of Vakhtang Gorgasali was erected in 1967 by sculptor Egul Jamashukeli and architects Teimuraz Kandilaki and David Morbeladze. The stately figure is seen astride the heavy charger. Gorgasali's right arm is raised as if solemnly endorsing the founding of the city. The austere face with slightly squinting eyes, The aquiline nose and compressed lips seem to bear out the name Gorgasali, which in Georgian means wolf head. The monument blends well with the old town surroundings. Above the Metechi Plateau, along the edge of the Aulabar Heights, stand the ruins of the Sachino Palace, built in 1776 by King Erekle II for his wife, Queen Darijan. Erected on the ruins of the ancient castle walls is a large round tower with an open space at the top, surrounded by cantilevered wooden balconies. In the court there is an oratory. Today the palace is restored, and on display in it are handicraft articles and souvenirs made at the workshops of the Georgian Society for the Preservation of Cultural Monuments.
Wow.